I'm Stephanie and welcome to Parentcast. This is...
I'm Heather.
I'm Leon.
I'm Jay.
I'm Father G.
And our first topic today is, should parents be praised for what they should be doing anyway?
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, they should. Yes, they should. I think there's obviously we don't want to focus too much on the fact that we're designed. Obviously, after having a child, our purpose is to deliver our parenting skills to the best of our abilities. But as we all know, there is no guide towards this, and sometimes you don't know if you're doing it right. Sometimes you don't know if the way you're doing things or how you're doing things is the best way. So just hearing that encouragement or just hearing that praise is the encouragement to help you continue on to doing better. So I think if you see, a father or a mother doing something really well, don't just allow it to be a Mother's Day thing or a Father's Day thing where you praise that person for doing their role well. We are human beings, and being able to self-analyze yourself as a parent personally is one of the hardest things, because I think you wait for your child or someone else to give you that gratification of how well you're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That may be a long time, but
exactly.
Give up before then.
And for me, I take a lot of gratification in my daughter just telling me she loves me, things like that, and that gives me the encouragement to keep going. So I think I will stand behind my yes. And
you're confident with that.
Yes, that'll come through.
I was like, oh, right,
my opinion, and I'll debate with anyone that says no.
So, I say yes and no. So yes, because when you sent it in a group chat, I was like, do you know what? Let me think about it. I was like, do you know what? We all work, right? And we get paid to do our job. Yet we get appraisals, yet we get reviews, yet we get compliments, yet we get. Do you know what I mean? So I think being a parent is a job that's even harder than any job you can ever possibly do. And I think we do need to be rewarded and praised for what we're doing. But because I think it keeps you going. Yeah. It lets you know it lets you know that you're on the right. Because sometimes we're hard on ourselves. We criticize ourselves very harshly because some people fall into a type of comparison. And they're like, why is it that I can't do this, or why is it I can't? Like, it could be financially not being able to provide for your child, and therefore you assume you're a crap parent because you're unable to do that. But someone else will come and tell you, do you know how amazing your child is? I'm like, okay. And then I need to hear that, because I might have been in a dark point in my life where I think I'm not good enough as a parent. So it's nice to hear from someone else who's watching me and able to reflect back. But the no is when a person is a part-time parent and then you're having to thank them for them to try and do something they're already meant to be doing. So it's like, oh, so you can look after him. Thank you. I'm like, wait, hold on.
I get
Why am I thanking you when you are a parent? That's where my no comes into, because I feel like parent to parent, I shouldn't be thanking you for doing something it's not a favour. That's just part of your duty and responsibility, but you're failing to adhere to it. So that's what my no falls in.
I agree with that one.
I agree. I think parents should be praised, because we all know that, because we say it all the time, even before you have children, that being a parent is difficult. Everyone says it, but it's not until you're an actual parent and you realise, wow, this shit is hard. And it's like you said, it's good to get that reassurance from other people that you are doing a good job, because I doubt myself all the time. And I have days where I think I'm doing this completely wrong. And then my friends will be like, oh my God, your daughter's amazing, she's smart, blah, blah, blah. It's really good to hear, but that's my job. I'm meant to make sure she looks nice. My friends tell me all the time, your daughter looks nice. But that's my job. I'm meant to make sure she looks nice. I'm meant to make sure she's smart. I'm meant to make sure she's healthy. That's my job as a mother. So, but I still want to be I still want to hear that I'm doing it right.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I still want to make sure that I'm on the right track, and those words of affirmation are nice from loved ones, or it's even better from strangers sometimes, just to know that my daughter is the way she's supposed to be. And then on the no side, totally agree. Even though I do, it kind of sounds really contradicting myself, because yes, we should be praised for stuff we do, but then parents who kind of dip in and out and then want to be praised for stuff they're not doing all the time, but pop up every 6 months and throw a birthday present here and there and want to thank you. That's not. You can't be praised for that. It's because you need some
Consistency.
to your parenting. So you're not
course.
going to be praised for being a parent every 6 months. That's
I
not
agree.
how it works.
And also, if that parent's not always praising you and thanking you for you raising your child
Exactly.
beautifully, it's like, wait, why am I now? And I'm going to be guilty of it. I'm actually, my natural reaction is to go, oh, thank you. And then it's only when I reflect, I'm like, wait, I don't even know why I'm thanking you.
Why am I thanking you?
Because you're not even fast to compliment me for raising a king. Do you know what I mean? Like, and my son's amazing, and people, like what you mentioned earlier, how your child is perceived or how people see them. When people come up to me and go, your child, what nursery did they go to? Whatever. And I'm like, he's never been to nursery. So like, because he articulates himself beautifully, he's very well mannered.
Yeah.
He's very in touch with energy. That if you're down, he'll come up to you, go, are you okay? He goes, Mummy, you're amazing. Mummy, you're this. Like, positive affirmation everywhere. And it's like, it's a reflection of you. So I'd rather, my biggest compliment is seeing my child and the way his energy spread towards everyone else. Because then it lets me know I'm doing okay.
You're doing a good job,
Right vibes from you, so he's passing it on.
And I'm just like, he may not look like me, but he's got me.
Yeah.
You know what I believe, yeah? 100% no. The reason I say no is I for the life of me, bro, I can't understand this concept of, okay, if I take parenting out of this, yeah, and use breathing, I'm going to compliment you for breathing wonderfully. No, I'm not going to do this. You're alive. Everything you're supposed to be breathing because your body's doing what it needs to do. You're not even thinking about breathing. Your body's just doing it, but we don't compliment ourselves for breathing wonderfully or beat ourselves down for not breathing well. We just breathe.
I breathe from my mouth.
I feel the same.
I got to remind to breathe from my nose. I forget. Just throwing a spanner in the works, isn't it?
So using that analogy, yeah, I take that and I put it in parenting, fam. I honestly don't believe, just like both of you explained, and a parent who is quite absent doesn't deserve well done for doing that or well done for doing this, because these are things they should be doing. I think we shouldn't just leave it there. That should go across the board. The moment you think parenting is a job, this is when you start to think you need to be compensated for what you're doing. And even if the compensation comes in a form of compliments or acknowledgements as to what you're doing, you're going to accept that as, okay, I'm doing something right. Because you view this thing as a job. Now, when we put words to things, we have to understand, with a word comes an emotion. So we all know this because we've been taught this from you. It's the programming. Get a job. What comes from you when you get a job? A reward. And you do things with this reward. Now, if you're doing a job and you feel like you're doing a job bloody well and you get no reward from it, we turn quite bitter. So I'm saying, let's take the parenting thing and make it parenting. Let's forget the job because it's not a job.
Is it a duty?
I can't. No, it's not a duty.
All right.
The reason I say it's not a duty is because women incubate, men place. Seen?
Incubate?
Yeah, incubate.
Oh,
The baby
cool.
grows in the woman.
The incubation period.
The
time, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
So,
that's
no.
what I was thinking. Incubate or like the thing in the hospital that the baby goes in. Like,
No, that's what
You
it's
just
like.
took it deep.
Yeah. So no, it's nobody's duty, because if we have it right, everything is a choice. It doesn't matter what emotion you attach to it. You still choose to do whatever it is you decide to do. So I'm not going to say that for somebody who gets gratification or who gets the well done for that job and you feel good for it, that's not a bad thing. It's never bad to feel good for somebody appreciating what you have done. But I do think we're going on the wrong road if we start to say, yes, man, we should be doing that more to people who do this thing anyway. I don't think so.
What was the question again, just to clarify?
Just
Should you be
parents be
praised?
praised?
Should they be
For things they do
So,
anyway. Do you get what I'm
I
saying?
don't think they should. It's not like a written down law that we should compliment every single parent, but it's nice because
Yes, it is.
parenting is hard. So like you said with the breathing thing, we don't compliment each other for breathing because I'll speak for everyone, but none of us here struggle to breathe. But if it's something that someone particular found hard to do and they were doing it right, you say, you know, well done, because you're breathing properly. Do you get?
Okay,
does
yeah,
that
I
make sense what I'm
understand that
saying?
one. Yeah,
and
yeah,
parenting
yeah.
is hard, and we all try to act like we've got this down on smack, but parenting is hard. So it's good to compliment someone when you see them doing it
I was going to say some people are natural nurturers. Some men are natural providers. It's in their natural instinct to want to provide. It's a natural instinct for a mother to want to be a mother. Like I want breastfeeding is a no-brainer. Being at home and nurturing my child, and my whole world is now evolved around you because that's my next chapter in my life. That's natural to some. Some people, they have no idea. They're freestyling. It's not in their natural instinct to be this and do that because they've even not been guided or hormonally, for whatever reason, or mental health wise. So some people do need appraisals and they do need reminders and guidance.
I'm not saying that people may not need these things, but to put out there that it's good that we do this, I don't think that's the right idea.
What do you think the negative of that would produce?
He reckons, if I'm correct, that we will feel bitter if we don't get that.
Because that is the way we see it. Like, okay, if I use my own upbringing as an example, so if I use my mum as an example, no one's ever said to my mum, well done for raising the children. And my mum would never know she done a good job, only up until we're of a certain age to have our own children. This is what I'm saying. Like, when your kids are young, you have other people telling you, well done, well done, well done. Even if your child, you get this, everyone gets this. I love you, father, and nice, this is lovely. But you will only ever know if you've done the real job when they're of a certain age. That's it. So once you know that in your mindset, don't live with the notion of, you know what, this is so hard. Yes, it is hard. But we're never ever given things we can't manage. No matter the scale of this thing, you get what I'm saying? So yes, it is hard. It's so difficult for a seed to crack through its shell, you know? Then it's got to penetrate that soil. Then it's got to reveal itself to the world. You get what I'm saying? These things are not easy. They're hard, but they're necessary. And we don't say to a seed, oh, well done. You cracked that shell, wicked, well done. We don't do that. No, we don't do that. So I'm not taking nothing away from anything positive. I think is wonderful. Anything that you can say to someone which makes them feel wonderful, it's amazing. But when it comes to a point where we say it and many people might get it misconstrued and believe it's a gift. Exactly. Yeah. Like, I need this for validation. No. Validate yourself first of all. And don't even look to your child for validation because you ain't getting that. You ain't even going to get that in 18 years. If your child is now 1, in 18 years you ain't getting that validation. You'll get that validation when the child is good and ready to have that conversation with you.
So sorry, when you're talking about validation, the way you're talking, I've started parenthood like that. Like, I don't need no praise from nobody, etc., etc. But then people started praising me for things, and then it's like, then you start feeling like, raw. When you go through certain obstacles, if you lot can relate, like you go through certain obstacles, you then sometimes need that praise to make you feel like, raw, this is the right direction that I'm going in. That I'm going in the right track. So I hear what you're saying, but it's just like, for me as well, like when it comes to my kids, like for me, I wish that they praised me for things that I've done for them, if that makes sense. Because there's certain things I do for them and they take it for granted. Do you get what I mean?
No, my brother. This is what I'm saying. So they will. This is my thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
They will do.
I'm saying that. So say if you lot complimented me on something I did with my kids or did for my kids, it will just be like, okay, another parent.
But we're at a comprehending age where we can take it all in. They're gonna like you said. When they're old enough, you'll see it in their natural way of life.
But that's what I'm saying. So right now, I don't even see that they're gonna ever compliment or ever.
But there might be a reflection of you, and that's the biggest compliment.
But you know, at the moment with my daughter, if there is anything that I'm looking for in terms of affirmation, is that she says, "Love you, Daddy."
That's it.
That's all I want. And you know, she's at this stage now where I said, I kind of am bribing my daughter, and I know it may not come across as right, but I need to hear that, right? So I'll come home, and she said, "Hi, Daddy," sort of stuff, and I said, "How come she haven't said it?" That's what I say to her. How come she haven't said it? Because I want her to say it just out of the blue, random, "Love you, Daddy," and that just makes me go, right, cool. What am I going to do with my day?
But that's what I'm saying.
Now, pull it as this, yes, that may be, but do you know what? That's a personal thing.
That's what makes me tick. That's what I'm saying.
That's my little thing.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to lead on to. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that like praise is like 100%, like you don't need it. I just
of course.
The only approval that I need is for my. Maybe I've explained it the wrong way. But
for your own self gratification.
Yeah, for my kids. That's
what I'm saying.
Like there's certain things that I go to the B and do and do, or some days like I say I'm tired. Like I ain't even got the energy, but I ain't gonna. I see my sons especially twice a week. Like yesterday I was tired, but one of my sons had boxing. and I thought, right, sleep or go watch him boxing. Yeah. Went all the way there, whatever. Watched him. Now he was happy I came, and then I wanted them to get in my car. No, I don't want to get in your car. I want to get in Nanny's car. So to me, it's like, that hurt because it's like he didn't acknowledge or give me the validation that like obviously I don't expect him to, but it's like it just would be nice. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've come all the way here, half tired. Like I'm just about standing up watching you. Like all I want you to do is get in my car. You get what I mean?
So how I deep it is, I see it as when my son always wants to go to his granddad or his grandma. I thought, do you know what? That's cool. I respect that because I'm excited that they have that bond. So as much as I slightly am a little bit jealous, it's like, why do you not want me?
I was just about to say that. There is you have that experience, my brother. You know what that says to me? You got a wicked relationship with your son. 100%. That's a wicked relationship, my brother. It's a healthy relationship.
See, that was a good praise. That was a good praise.
He's comfortable.
Feeling warm.
He's comfortable to be like, nah, father. You know what? I'm going it. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine if he was more stranger towards your nan. Do you know what I mean? Like he's he's uneasy with her. Like,
I think that's good, man.
Thing.
Yeah, man, that's good. That's.
So I feel like when my son comes up to me and he goes, "Mummy, you're amazing." Like, I told you my son's a big energy reader. When he says stuff like that out of nowhere, or like a compliment here or there, or a gesture, I don't see it as, you know, he's complimented me, I now feel better. I just deep it and go, rah, his thought process is insane. For him to be able to just come up to me and express something out of nowhere, nothing triggered. It's not like, to me, I just think this kid's like deep in life differently. And I'm proud of that. And that's my little reassurance. But then when people approach me and compliment my son and his manners, that's even more exciting. Because sometimes I'm like, but that's just me doing my normal job. I don't understand. Or me doing a mother.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I don't, like, it all depends on the content of how someone's praising you. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
It's not to say don't accept it.
That's what I'm saying.
You get what I'm saying?
The perspective that you came from made sense.
Don't make it be that be-all. You get what I'm saying? That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Before, I didn't give a damn. This is what I'm trying to say. But then when people start giving you this validation, you feel like people are looking.
Attention.
Yeah, and then it's like, sometimes you'll do something and it's just automatic. You're waiting for a praise, and it's like you shouldn't even be that. Because it's not even like I want the validation. I know what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. The only people that I want validation from are the people that I'm putting my 100% into.
That's like when someone tries to give you advice, you gotta watch who's giving you advice before you start taking in that advice. So sometimes people are trying to compliment you or give you some sort of feedback. Just be mindful who that person is. Like, what's their agenda? But I'm not gonna lie. There's times being a single mom is nothing I ever anticipated. You know, I had my son through love. We were married. And I expected to be grown old of this man. So to me, to be a single mother is overwhelming. And sometimes it gets really hard when you're doing the cycle alone and you feel not isolated, but you feel alone because there's only so much your parents can do. There's only so much your siblings can do. And, you know, he's available, but when and if he can, then it's just like, all right, cool. You feel quite like, okay, am I doing all right? Am I neglecting my child? Am I giving him enough of my energy? Because I feel quite drained. So when I have someone come up and say something to me, I'm like, okay, cool. All right, let's keep going. It's like it boosts my energy a little bit because I'm thinking I'm feeling tired.
And that's another thing.
Bit of dopamine.
That's another thing that I feel that isn't spoken about enough because you're a single mother. I'm not a single father with my daughter, but with my kids I am. So I'm a single father in that aspect.
Your son.
Yeah, my son.
You said with your kids I am.
Yeah, my son. So with my sons, yeah. So in that aspect, that's exactly how I feel. Like I could relate when you were saying that about them. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just like, raw. Like I said, I do all my best, and even like I was saying earlier about discipline and installing and all of that, I do my best. But then sometimes I just feel like there's no one else to turn to that's gonna really, you get what I mean, understand. Like, raw, I'm at this breaking point. And some people, like I said, they feel like, oh yeah, like you're smooth, like everything you're doing. Like I said, the validation, they're giving you validation. But bruv, what do you mean? Like it's not smooth right now. Like this and X, Y is going on, and I feel like right now I could just drop and run. Do you get what I mean?
It's also how we hold our energy. So if we're going on, I'm quite a positive person. Even when I'm down, I translate that energy into positivity. I don't sit there and dwell on my life.
I'm learning that.
So I don't spend too much time going, I feel sorry for me. Every now and then I have like a big like meltdown. My body's telling me
I was gonna say,
I'm done.
Yeah.
But more times I don't like the idea of dwelling. I feel like I'm wasting time. So I feel like sometimes everyone assumes I'm okay. Everyone thinks I'm the super mum who just gets on with them. My son and I do have an amazing bond, and people see that on social media, day to day, even in school. Like the teachers will come and approach me and say stuff. And that's amazing, but people don't realise actually, like internally, sometimes you're struggling, and sometimes it's just I'm on survival mode because I have no choice. Do you know what I mean? My son needs my energy whether I like it or not, and there can't be a day where I wake up and I'm tired and I can't give him that because it's not his fault. he's in the situation, so I'm always channeling my energy positively. But then sometimes it does require someone to say something to just help me continue, because sometimes I'm just like, I'm exhausted, I'm drained, like I'm surviving, and then sometimes my body will break down and the tears will follow, and then I'm like, I'm good again. I just need to release that. But not everyone's got that constant compliment, and my parents aren't big on compliments.
That's for guys and girls.
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what? Respect.
Man shed some serious eye water over my children.
100%. I think to be a part of being a man is to be vulnerable and is to be in touch. I don't believe in that whole don't cry, be a man. No. That's nonsense.
Yeah, sometimes you have to like.
If I be completely honest, I found it difficult to cry.
But it's because
I'm not necessarily a crier. No, I don't think it's because my mum has always been of the, cry if you need to cry. I've never really been a crier. I think to myself I have been publicly in the sense of like in front of my fiance or I've never been like, I don't know what it is, I don't know, and I do feel there could be a bit of a stigma around don't cry like as a man sort of thing.
My brother, listen,
my kids give me a different feeling, so that's why I feel like I could be emotional. Like the last time I properly cried like meaningfully was when my granddad passed when I was 10. After that, it was like with my kids, it's just it's overwhelming. They're part of you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like certain things that just trigger emotion that you're not even in control of.
Yeah. So I would always say, and I would promote this, when you feel a certain way, please do not try and suppress it. Yeah. Please don't try and suppress it, because if you're not strong-minded, that will mess you up. This is why most people are suffering with this depression and mental problems today, bro. Because they're very depressed and they don't know how to express themselves.
You know what? You're right. The other day, literally, this is like last week, I was sitting in my car on the way to about to leave the car park to go to the gym, and I just couldn't leave the car. I just like tearing. I'm like, what am I crying for? Like, relax, go to the gym. You're good. And I literally sat there for half an hour, and I was voice noting my boy, and I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong with me. He's just like, just listen to your body and just lay it out. And I was like, just trying to stop it, and the tears were just coming down, but I wasn't crying, but I'm just at a point of overwhelmingness. And usually I just go to the gym. Like, part of my mental well-being is to go to the gym 5 days a week, and that's my alone time for an hour to reflect on my life, whether it's to disconnect from being a parent and being a project manager, whatever. Yeah, this is my alone time. And it's just like, not even that, at that moment, that wouldn't help me. I was like, what if I go into the gym and go on a cross trainer and start crying? Or lift the weights? I'm alright. Like, people are going to watch me different. And eventually I just lay it out and then just got on with it. And it's like something I ain't done for like maybe a year. Yeah. But I reached the point of, also like my birthday tomorrow, so I did a reflective moment where I'm just like, what am I doing in my life? How am I as a mother? Yeah. How am I as a daughter? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? What am I doing in my career? And it's just like, everything just got on top. Okay, I'm doing this alone. And it just like hit me real deep. And like exactly what you said, I just embraced it. I thought, you know what? I had to hear it from my boy, like to remind me, like, Heather, you know what time it is. You practice. I mean, you preach a lot of stuff you don't practice. Just do it. And I was like, alright, cool.
You know what? One thing most brothers do is they make decisions they think the woman likes, bruv. Most women don't like that. Like, you're doing what I say. Yeah. Do it. Yeah. Yeah, bruv, after a while, bro, there's no ratings for my man. No ratings. If he wants to wild out, he's not wilding out. Why? Because I'm afraid of what she's going to feel like. Bro, wild out, my brother, because she needs to know that side of you. Every single crevice of everybody. This is how I know I have proper family and friends, my brother. I don't lie to nobody. There's nothing sugar coated. There's no screen over me. This is it. Fam! And I want the same back in it. And this is where I try to teach people, show people, if you want things out in life, you have to give yourself to it.
Fully. Yeah.
So it's as simple as that.
What I was gonna say is that, like, when I'm out with my kids and stuff like that, especially when I was younger, like I said, I'm only 26. I had my kids when I was 17. So when people see me, they think I'm flipping 30 odd anyway. Yeah. But then when I was younger, and obviously the way I used to dress and carry myself, people used to compliment me left, right, and strangers, left, right, and centre with my kids, and the way that they used to carry themselves, how I used to carry myself. Do you get what I mean? Some people used to see me without my kids and saw that, raw, this guy's a bit, And then when they're with my kids, I'm a complete different person. Yeah. So people used to compliment me, and I used to be like, do you get me? What was the need? What was necessary? Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it does go on to those kind of things about emotions because that used to frustrate me and get me angry. Because I just used to want to shout at them like, what is it because I'm young? What is it because I'm black? Like, what?
Bro,
Yeah,
do you get what I mean?
that is the main reason why I say, especially man, man shouldn't really accept them compliments for being a good parent, innit? Because I feel like, see, we live in the West. You have to understand that, innit? If we live in the West, whether we think it or not, we're very, very much westernized in the way we think, bro.
Yeah.
So when we're turning around and telling our own brothers, well done for that thing you done with the child, well done this, well done that. That's
because of the gender before us.
You get what I'm saying? Like, no, there's no well
That
done.
should be-
Like me, I don't tell my brother well done, or my sister,
But
or my
on the
cousins.
road,
I tell them like nothing.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do that, bro. Don't look at me and ask for validation. Are you crazy?
Okay.
Don't
But
be
on
silly,
that
bro.
one there, for real though, like father-wise, I'm not gonna lie, I do that a lot because it's like, to me, fathers being there for the kids, single, together, whatever, all of this new to me. Do you get what I mean? Because growing up, there was always some sort of complication somewhere down the line, and they went their separate ways.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like, listen, weekend, like I said, that's my pattern time with my kids and that. When I go out and listen, I see more dads with their kids, sometimes individually, not with friends or with the mum. No, just
By
them by
themselves,
themselves.
yeah.
And when like I said, when I started in 2012 as a parent, I hardly ever saw that. Yeah, my brethren that's here right there, he was the only person I used to see that from. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else? Oh man, that's long man. Bum my baby mum. That's the people I kind of grew up around. Do you get what I mean?
Mindset.
Adults and just like young adults. Do you get what I mean? That's what I grew up around.
Well, this is where my mindset is. This
That's
is how
why I
I feel like. I didn't grow with my first three, and I grew a little bit with my last one. But my first three, I rate their mum as often as possible because she raised them, fam. They lived in her household. No matter what I did for them, it's her household, bro. She's who they see every day, all day. So credit where credit is due. You have to get ratings, my girl. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
No
She,
standards.
and I'm not telling her, oh, well done for being a mother. No. Because where parents live in, she could have phoned me and say, come and take you some rare tests. She never done none of that ever.
She
You know what I'm
just
saying?
handled it.
She did give me problems in regards to see my children. But this is because she wanted certain things I wasn't willing to give over. So I understand you tried to use my kids as a bargaining tool, but taking it aside and moving forward to know, okay, whatever she tried to do to me in regards to my kids, it took nothing away from how my kids are today. I look at them, you look very healthy, wicked, wonderful. This is not just me, it's your mum too. Yes, my girl. You know what I'm saying? So I think everything is joint, bro. Everything has to be done together. Now, I'm a single parent. I'm a single father. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a woman through choice. You get me? But I absolutely 100% love. I think love is not even a strong word for the way I feel for my children, bro. It's different. You know what I'm saying? So any spare time I have, which is limited, all of it goes to my children. My first is going to be 19. My second soon finished school. He's in exams right now. See, my first two is boys. We do everything. Karting, holidays, the lot. They're of age. I'm so happy. My little girls now, wow. Princess, innit? Nothing can happen to them, bro. When I tell you cotton wool, it's an understatement, mate. Yeah? Cotton wool, bro. I experienced if I'm out with my children and my sons fall over, then I'm looking at them. Get up. If my daughters fall over, bro, before they touch the floor, fam, I'm there. Yo, sorry. I needed to push over the yeah.
On this subject, I feel like everyone has their own perspective of it, but they're very like if you put
They're
it all
unified.
together-
I think they're quite unified.
Yeah.
Because with the perspective where you said no, I agree with it.
Yeah,
And
and
yours,
now the
when
worst
you
thing
said
is you
yes.
started that you
Well,
said
that's
anyone
how
that says
they-
no.
Anyone that says no, but it would have had to been a no from.
It can't be a good point because when you first started, I was
the
thinking,
perspective
okay,
was real.
Okay, and then you started going more. I was like, nah, I get it now.
Okay,
I get
I get the
it.
perspective
It was
you're
well
coming from.
explained still. It was very well explained.
At the end of the day, it's not about getting people to follow my way of thinking.
No,
innit?
of course
It's about
not.
opening,
Yeah, to
Yeah.
understand.
opening
Yeah.
others' minds.
And that's-
We
You
can
know
all
what I'm
learn
saying?
from
Do you know what? That's what I think
Exactly.
about. There's debates that I don't get involved in because sometimes I feel like people have debates just to be on the thing of
To be
I'm gonna
heard.
stick to my word and I'm not trying to.
No.
But
That's
I'm this
about
kind of
being
debate is
open-minded.
about being open and hearing,
Yes,
especially when
man.
it comes to parenting anyway.
Yeah.
You can't be closed-minded and be like, nah, this is the only way about it,
There
no
is
other
no
way.
one way.
Yeah, because there is no one way.
Don't hurt the table though, man.
No,
It's
it's alright, man. It's sturdy. It's sturdy.
We're passionate. Can't you see it?
Yeah,
We're
man.
passionate.
And this is a very, very good platform, man. This is a good platform. Just for the discussion. And for people,
And the fact
for
that we've got
others
mothers
to have
and
discussion,
fathers.
mothers and fathers.
Yeah.
It's you have mothers who are in relationships, you have fathers in relationships, and you have mothers who aren't, fathers who aren't.
Yeah.
All sitting, singing, if you listen deeply, the same song.
Unified, yeah, it's unified.
You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So whether it's single, whether you're
So,
together,
you make me want to dance.
go on, bust it.
Yeah.
Whether it's single or together, man, man, I don't think anybody can really tell anyone how to really raise a
We
child.
all want to raise kings and queens.
You
and
understand?
get
And
it
like you said
right.
earlier,
That's
like
my goal.
your specific situation was new to you and your family.
Yeah.
Every single child, no matter how many, I have 4. If I ever have a next child, this will be a new situation
Different.
because
Yeah,
this will be a
exactly.
different child. You know what I'm saying? So just because I had 4, when my 4th child came, I didn't deal with her like I dealt with the others because I had to take her out on merit.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, thank you again for watching the Parentcast. That subject there was a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
The unity was there and the energy was felt. I want to dance. I'm not gonna lie,
Always.
that's how I feel.
Always.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All the bang, I just want to dance right now. Like, that one was a good one there. Like I said, it started off and I thought, we're gonna have a bit of a, but it was very open-minded.
Yeah.
Everyone understood and
But
felt
this
the
is
same
what
at
a
the end.
discussion
It's
is,
about,
bro.
can't
You know what I'm
always
saying?
agree. You're not always going to
If
agree.
I have a discussion with you on there and he says something that I don't agree and I'm on some, that's not a discussion, bro. That's an
It's
argument.
an argument.
Now,
Yeah.
what are we arguing for?
Exactly.
Two
You know what I'm
grown,
saying?
two grown.
Yeah.
No, but me, I don't argue with nobody, you know. No one. I don't argue. Trust me, I don't
Really?
do it. I don't argue, bro.
Really?
100%.
I said, really?
Sorry, I had
He's
to.
trying to trigger you.
And then everyone's on the way home and then you come out on the exit there and you see man. No! You didn't see me, man!
Off camera, what are you saying, bro?
Nah, I don't do that.
No, I get you.
Man. I like having debates, innit? Because I think for me, bro, I've been craving this knowledge thing for ages. And to debate with people, to hear other people's way of thinking,
Yeah.
it just broadens my own horizon. It gets me to think of things I never thought about. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no one man's an island, innit? I can learn from every
Exactly.
day is a learning curve.
Yep.
And I accept it. So, yeah, love it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks again for watching.